Well, there you have it. Nebraska's 2026 spring game is gone and over with, and we learned a lot, to say the least. Some pros, some cons, some strengths, some weaknesses, some players who balled out, some players who did not play very well, to say the least, and so much more. So, yeah, it's going to be a big time live stream reaction. It's fun doing these. We haven't done a post game reaction since December. It's been a while. So, everybody, hop in here, hit the like on the stream if you enjoyed the spring game. Right off the bat, I have a bone to pick with Matt Rule. What was up with the running clock? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? People are spending their hard-earned money to attend a spring game, and we have a running clock for the majority of the ball game up until the fourth quarter. Like, come on. This is our only opportunity to see this team play until we get to versus Ohio in the September. Like, might as well see a couple more drives of Anthony Colandrea. Might as well see a couple more drives of the ones, and the twos, the threes, the freshmen. It is what it is. That was my only bone to pick. But let's get into the game itself. I'm sure you guys are not going to hold back about the quarterback play, the offensive line. I can already see a little bit of it. Hit the like button on the way in. All right. Let's talk about the quarterback play. Everybody's hot topic. Everybody wants to discuss that. Now, again, I entered this game. Oh, first off, I'll say this. Nothing about the quarterback play was like super shocking today, particularly from Anthony Colandrea. Like, the objective today was not to find the best quarterback. The objective today was to find who could be the great quarterback, the good quarterback in the roster. Because we all feel like we have three decent quarterbacks who are probably worthy of starting. But who of the bunch, in your eyes, is a top 20 quarterback or top 10 quarterback, and I just don't think we have one on the roster right now. It doesn't matter if you have three good quarterbacks, you need to find somebody who's great. And we're past the point of having just decent quarterbacks. We need to find somebody who's elite. I just don't know if we have the answer today. Now, of course, Anthony Colandrea was the best quarterback today, no question, but he also played a lot more than the other quarterbacks. So let's start off with Anthony. Right off the bat, I mean, it's kind of clear what the coaching staff's doing here, right? I mean, there's the fake quarterback battle's dead. It's AC. I mean, it's going to be AC. And again, you guys know how I feel about that. Like, shame on the coaching staff for that. Is AC probably the best quarterback in the roster? Absolutely. But if he's the best quarterback in the roster, might as well earn it. And you might as well have a quarterback to the very last second. I'm done with just handing guys jobs just because we feel like it. AC, went out there, ran with the ones the entire game. It is what it is. And then TJ and Danny were trading snaps. All right, but you're not giving Danny or you're not giving TJ a fair shake. Let's start off with Colandrea, though. What we saw, again, nothing about his game today was shocking. I mean, if you've been watching the channel, if you listen to spring ball updates, if you watch his UNLV tape, all his pros showed up and all of his cons definitely showed up as well. Starting off with the pros around AC, again, quick processor, definitely, right? Smart quarterback, at least from a reading defensive standpoint. He knew what he was looking at. Off script plays, saw multiple of those. The speed, the size, not great, but hopefully that won't matter for Nebraska. Some of the better quarterbacks in college football have been undersized in the past, whether it's Diego Pavia or go down line. The velocity of those I thought were, I mean, he clearly threw the, I shouldn't say the tightest spiral, but man, he gets the ball moving. You know what I mean? Accuracy was fine. I mean, accuracy, it was good at times. It was bad at times, as you saw. But again, the thing about AC, is a great runner. It's just how prolific is he as a passer? We have our doubts after today. I mean, obviously he had the one interception, the only interception that was thrown. That was bad. I mean, that was a bad ball. Should not have threw that, right? And my issue with that is, again, that was my only objective for AC. All I asked of him entering this game, you can go up there and stink it up. I just don't want to see a single turnover from you, because if you're throwing interception in the spring game, it's like, my gosh, what are we going to see when we play Ohio State? What are we going to see when we play Indiana? And that was, just a bad ball that shouldn't have been thrown. It was tipped around, caught by Jameer Khan. Shout out Jameer Khan, had a great game. Also, Colandrea had that ball at the end of the first half that probably should have been picked off also by Jameer Khan. Lucky that Jameer dropped that one. So again, you saw the pros, you saw the cons around AC. Nothing was shocking. Not to say his accuracy was terrible. I mean, he was overthrowing a couple balls here and there, but I thought he had a pinpoint throw to Jacory Barney down the sideline. That was chef's kiss. That was beautiful. Obviously had that fade ball to Quinn Clark, where Quinn Clark made a beautiful snag. I don't even think, it wasn't the best throw in the world, but Quinn, man, Quinn just went out there and got it OBJ style. So around AC, is he the best quarterback in the roster right now? Certainly he is. Certainly. No question. Will he be the best quarterback in the roster in the fall? Remains to be seen. But again, I wanted to come away from this game thinking, okay, if Anthony's going to go out there and be the guy, I want him to prove and be miles ahead of the other guys. He looked better than TJ. He looked better than Danny, but it wasn't because he was playing great. It's because the other guys are kind of stinking it up as well. It is what it is, So that was Anthony Colandrea. We'll get back to him, I'm sure, when I get to your guys' comments. As for TJ, I was disappointed with TJ. I'm just going to keep it completely honest with you. On the day, let's see, his official stat line was 5 for 13, threw for 30 yards. I mean, to be completely fair with TJ, he basically got 0 reps in this game. Like he had 5 passing attempts in the first half. Every single time he's in the ball game, it's like a ground and pound offense. They could barely complete a basic snap. I don't know. Our backup center is Sam Sledge. If he is ever in the ball game for Nebraska in a legit moment, we are screwed because every single snap he had to TJ or Dan today, it was on the ground. I was feeling bad for those quarterbacks. But again, as for TJ, again, actually was suspect today. Again, you saw the speed. I thought he made some nice plays off script. I mean, it actually wasn't all terrible, but again, he wasn't as competitive as maybe we were hoping, right? I thought Danny also was not great. Danny had a nice, he played well at the very end of the ball game, of course, with that touchdown completion. But Danny, I thought, was the worst of the bunch for the majority of the ball game. His actually was awful. I mean, he was forcing the balls in there as well. So again, it should be mentioned around all 3 of these quarterbacks that the wind was definitely a factor. There was 25 mile per hour winds. But as we've talked about in the past, we discussed this versus Michigan State last year. Like, if you're a good quarterback, it doesn't matter if you're going again in 70 mile per hour winds, right? You should be able to complete passes. And I thought TJ Danny really struggled in that department to get, but it wasn't perfect from AC either. It wasn't like AC was just throwing dime after dime, right? Like most of his completions too were checkdowns. But, I just came away from this game really, really unimpressed with all 3 of the quarterbacks. Although Anthony was the best one, it wasn't like Anthony was lighting the world on fire. And I would have felt a lot better if Anthony didn't have that interception, or he should have had 2. But whatever. I mean, I think we've all kind of acknowledged what this quarterback battle is going to be, or this quarterback play is going to be. Like, it's not going to be the strength of this team, right? The strength of this team should be the offensive line, should be the secondary, should be the linebackers, and hopefully Colandrea can do enough as our starter to get us across the finish line. But anyways, that was Colandrea, and that was the quarterback play. Let's get into. We'll get back to. Of course, we'll get back to the quarterbacks once again. Your guys' comments. I'm sure you guys have a lot of comments around the quarterbacks. As for, let's talk about the running backs, man. Whoo! Jamal Rule, that kid can scoot, can't he? This is why you guys watch the Spring Ball Nugget episodes. This is why you guys watch the Spring Ball updates, because when I was telling y'all every single day, Jamal Rule's playing well, Jamal Rule's shining. People are saying Jamal Rule could be a difference maker. You saw that today. Officially led Nebraska in rushing yards, 120. He averaged 13 yards a carry. That man can scoot, right? And I mean, is he the best running back in this roster? I don't think so. Honestly, from what we learned today, I think it's Isaiah Mozee. Pretty easily, I believe it's Isaiah Mozee. Also had a great spring ball. He averaged 8 yards a carry, 41 rushing yards as well. Got involved a little bit in the passing department. So, I mean, honestly, right now, the rotation, Isaiah Mozee, Jamal Rule, Mekhi Nelson didn't do much today, which was really disappointing. And that shouldn't be too shocking, right? We were talking about this a week ago on the channel. I was telling you guys, like, we're hearing a lot about Jamal Rule in practice. We're hearing a lot about Isaiah Mozee. We're hearing a little bit about Quinn Ives, but we're really not hearing that much around Mekhi Nelson. That showed up today in the spring game where I think, honestly, all 3 of the running backs played a little bit better than Mekhi. Not to say Mekhi stunk it up, but again, Mekhi entering spring ball was probably the favorite to start at running back. I don't think you could make that argument anymore. I do believe it'll be Isaiah Mozee, and you heard that from the coaching staff. The coaching staff's been hitting at it for some time now. That Isaiah Mozee is probably the most complete running back in the team. So I was impressed. I was definitely impressed with Jamal Rule. He still has a long ways to go. That run that he had all the way for a touchdown was against like the 3rd, 4th stringers. But again, he runs the football at a high level, right? Somebody with great speed, great burst. He can lower the shoulder. He's about 210, 215 right now. Yeah, I mean, he's coming to play, right? We're not going to sit this dude on the bench. And now the job of Mekhi Nelson, the job of Quinn Ives, say, hey, we got to keep our jobs to this point. So I love that. It adds more competition in the room. If you're asking whether or not we're going to take a running back transfer, no, I think the door's shut on a running back transfer. Although there's still some running backs I would like in the portal to add competition. At this point, Jamal Rule has been super unexpected, and I think Jamal Rule, because he's in this room, it's kind of like a transfer. Do I feel great about this running back room? No, I don't. I still have a lot of concerns. I still think it's a bottom feeder running back room in the Big Ten. But if Mozee can live up to expectations, if Jamal Rule can continue to progress, we feel a lot better about it. But Nelson, I thought, was incredibly disappointing. Didn't want to see that from Nelson. Also, people are saying in the comment section, Connor Booth. I mean, Connor Booth was okay. That's a nice reps in there. He had that catch at the very end. Connor Booth's running back 5. He's a far ways away, but hopefully he can continue to progress and he'll be all right. As for the rest of the offense, before we get to the defense, because a lot of stuff talk around this defense, receivers were, we didn't really learn much from the receivers. I thought Larry Miles was fine. Quinn Clark was probably the MVP at that spot. Eric Ingerson, funny enough, was running with the ones. So I know some of you guys might not even know the name Eric Ingerson. He could very well be tight end 2 on this roster because he started off running with the ones. He's one of our blocking tight ends. So watch out for Eric Ingerson. Offensive line was awesome today, man. They shined. There was really I mean, the pass pro was fantastic. I mean, AC had all day in the pocket. TJ had all day in the pocket. Danny had all day in the pocket. The only times the offensive line broke down was because of a bad snap by Sam Sledge. Other than that, the offensive line was fine. I thought President Moa had a good game off the bench. He was playing right tackle and right guard. I thought Elijah Pritchett balled out. I honestly thought Pomo Banga held his own. Justin Evans, starting center, held his own. So I was really impressed with the offensive line. That was the expectation. I mean, there's a clear drop up when you get to the second stringers, when you get to the third stringers. Grant Brix struggled a little bit today. Brock Knudsen was all right. But other than that, the starting line for Nebraska should be really good. But also, is the offensive line dominant because they themselves are good, or is the offensive line dominant because the defensive line's that bad? Let's talk about it. I mean, I thought that the defensive line in the first stringers, the second stringers, the third stringers, yikes. Yikes is the word I would use to describe. Pass rush was, abysmal. We had 1 sack on the day. Jacory Whittington, he should be our best pass rusher this year, but I was disappointed by our edge rushers. Williams Nwaneri today was running with the twos, folks. Williams Nwaneri was a backup player in the spring game today. He was not running with the ones. Anthony Jones didn't do much. Was Anthony Jones even playing? I don't remember his name being called one time. Where was a Willis McGahee? Where was a Jordan Ochoa? Cameron Lenhard. Cameron Lenhard was on the milk carton in a spring game. How is that even possible? How is that even possible for Cameron Lenhard to be on? He's always on the milk carton. Cameron Lenhard must be like a demon in practice if they keep starting him. Because I'm telling you, this is officially, what was Cameron? Let me look up Cameron Lenhard's stat line. He's not even on the, he didn't have any stats. I'm not making this up. Cameron Lenhard has 0 tackles. Guys, the jokes write themselves to this. Is Cameron Lenhard Reggie White in practice? Because there is just no it's like every year he just rolls out as a starter, and we're getting to the spring game, and it's like, what is going on here? Oh my goodness. Whatever. We're not even going to talk about Cameron Lenhard until the season because it's just bad. Cade Petrock was disappointed with Cade. Really didn't do much. Even like a guy like Tyson Terry I thought would do more. The defensive line in general, there just was nothing. There was nothing to take away outside Jacory Whittington, but he looked small. And Studemeier didn't do much. Really, 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 really disappointing. That was, frustrating to see. The pass rush was awful. Couldn't stop the run. We'll talk about that as the live stream goes on. Linebackers were really good today. Derek Walker, I thought, was one of my MVPs, 7 tackles. I thought, Will Hawthorne had a great game. Chambliss held it down. Dexter Foster was fine. Then Shea was running with the one. So I thought all the linebackers checked all the boxes. We're fine at that unit. And then DBs, honestly, the DBs probably were the MVPs, to be completely honest with you. Like that, the DBs, were dominant. Jameer Khan was by far the best player on the field for defense, which is not shocking. He was my spring ball MVP. Victor Evans running with the ones. Jeremiah Charles running with the ones. The entire secondary was holding things down for the most part. I thought Dwayne McDougal played fine. Caleb Benning had his moments. The secondary should be the best shooter on the team, along with the linebackers, ideally along with the receivers as well. Shout out to Ass Williams, shout out to Rob Orch. That was partially the reason why the quarterback struggled so mightily, is because the secondary was actually doing a really good job, right? Zone coverage, man coverage. I ended today very, very, very impressed with what we saw today from the DBs. As for, and we'll get to the comment section here in a second, as for just the main takeaways around the offense, it's clear the quarterback run play will be a more part of this offense this year. Again, you saw the touch pass to Jacory Barney. I thought that was great. You're going to see multiple times where it's a fake touch pass, and Anthony will take it up the middle. Didn't see as many options as I thought we'd see. I didn't see as many zone reads as I thought we were going to see. But overall, the offense wasn't terrible. Play calling was fine. Red zone play calling was fine. Again, it was very vanilla, as you'd expect, right? It's not like they're not gonna give us the entire playbook, right, in the spring game. Defense. The defensive line, unless they progress further, it's going to be a huge, huge liability this year. Huge, huge liability, no question. And that's with the way the defensive line played today, I just don't really know if we can win more than 7 games, 8 games. It's just going to be tough in this conference, right? When you play teams like Iowa, Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State, the defense line was that bad. Again, I think they're going to be a little bit better. They're going to be a little bit better than last year. It's easy to be there than last year, but it's like, man, like who on this defensive line impressed you today? That's my question to you guys. Who on this defensive line impressed you today? So overall, that was kind of the takeaways. MVPs. Let's go over MVPs. Get your guys' comments ready. Get to the comments here in a second. Everybody hit the like button on the stream. We have a long show tonight. A long show. I'm sure you guys have a lot of things to discuss. MVPs go to Jamal Rule, Isaiah Mozee, Quinn Clark, Elijah Pritchett, President Moa. Defense line doesn't get anybody. Maybe just your Winnington. All the linebackers got an MVP. Jameer Khan got an MVP. Dwayne McDougal got an MVP. Special teams gets an MVP for not doing anything wrong. Special teams didn't miss a kick. They had good punts, good holds. Obviously, we didn't have any returns because they're all fair catches, but those are the MVPs. And Derek Wacker gets an MVP as well. I was impressed with Derek Wacker. He should be in the rotation this year, at least on special teams. So, all right, let's get into the comment section. See what you guys have to say here. I'm gonna get back in here. Let's see what you guys have to say at the very beginning. People are saying 6-6, 5-7. Okay, come on. That's crazy. What are we paying Corey Campbell for? Are guys like Purdue? I mean, I thought the defensive line's small, no question. Like, the defensive line's not going to shock anybody with their size. But other than that, like, I thought the size of the team was fine. The offensive line is the biggest it's been in years. I mean, the offensive line, just from an off-the-bus standpoint, it can go head-to-head with Alabama. Like, I'm not saying we have as good of an offensive line as Alabama, but they look like they're from Alabama. Running backs look fine. I think you're hating too much a little bit there. A very mid-spring game felt meh. I mean, I agree with you. Danny was terrible. Yeah, I was disappointed with Danny. I thought Danny would actually have a better game than what he did. I mean, he was awful. Down the stretch, obviously had the touchdown pass, but I thought he was the worst quarterback today. Unfortunately. Wide receivers literally scared to do his job and catch the ball. We had a couple drops in there. I thought TJ there was a good fade ball that TJ threw to Jeremiah Jones, and it was exactly how you're supposed to throw. Right on the money, right in the chest. It was a kind of a contested ball, but Jeremiah just dropped it. There were multiple drops in this game, but not really from the starters, just kind of from the bench pieces for sure. I mean, that's a good point, Nicole. That's a good point. But but to also put in the same argument, I thought TJ was the same way. Like, there were multiple times TJ got outside the pocket and he was just touched where maybe he could have done something with it. But I agree, absolutely. But again, they were never going to hit the quarterbacks, That's that. If you care about that, the math, and I don't know. Only 26 likes. Everybody hit the like button on the stream. Hit the like button on the stream, everybody. Hit the like button on the stream. Ready for a 4-8 season. That's crazy. I after today, I feel pretty confident about a 7-5 season. 6-6 maybe. 4-8. That's 4-8 is crazy. 4-8 with the 4-8 with the easiest non-con. No way. Nelson looked bad. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't great. I mean, you're not going to bench him after a spring game, but yeah, I mean, but it's a culmination of what we heard all spring. Like, you don't want to overreact after one Saturday afternoon, but at the exact same time, it's not overreacting. It's what we've heard all spring ball. Like, we've heard that Isaiah Mosee's been getting a lot of running with the ones, and he's been on a different level. We've heard a lot around Jamal. We've heard a lot around go down the line. So if all these guys are shining and Mekhi's not really getting better, I mean, it says a lot, right? It says a lot. We can't even feature Jacory in the spring game. We try, but man, Jacory got to be one of the most overrated players ever. Well, I mean, to your point here, Huskers, it's not like Kwazi Gilmer did much today. And again, I think first off, that's credit to the DBs. The DBs were phenomenal. So that's number one. But number two, it's not like the quarterbacks were playing great. Like Colandrea had one nice throw to Jacory over 10 yards. Like, it wasn't like Colandrea was throwing dimes outside of check down. Same deal TJ. TJ struggled. Same deal Danny. You could blame that on the wind. You could blame that on, it being 50 degrees out there. And it's not like it's a beautiful September afternoon, but I don't think that's fully on them. Mike, thank you for the super chat. We got a lot of comments in here. If you guys want to comment, right, instantly put in a super chat. Mike, great to hear from you. He says, crazy the amount of fans basing the entire season off of a vanilla scrimmage. Exactly. Yeah, no, that's completely correct. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't like if you come away from a spring game being super excited, that probably is a bad look too, right? You want to be very conservative about your takes about spring game, but really the main things I look out for are the freshmen who shine, the breakout players, the veterans who don't play as well, but also taken to know that these guys are going to progress a lot in the summer, progress a lot in fall ball. But yeah, there were some huge disappointments, no question about it, no question. There were some huge. Anthony Jones didn't play. Thank you. I thought Anthony Jones didn't play because he didn't do anything. I was like, what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. So what, was he banged up? Because I didn't hear anything about that. I didn't hear anything about that. Getting your winter gear ready for late December. Back to the Pinstripe Bowl. Back to the Pinstripe Bowl. Hey man, it's a bowl game. We'll take it. We'll take it. That means we got 6 wins. We'll take it. 100%. I agree with you 100%, Husker. Secondary was great today. I mean, again, that should be your main takeaway. Don't focus on the negative. Secondary was great. You know, again, we have ourselves a ball player in Jameer Khan. We already know, what Dwayne McDougal is. We already know what Andrew Marshall is. I'm still worried about boundary corner. Like, I wanted to come away from today more impressed with Danny Odom. Danny Odom didn't do anything? Did Danny Odom have a single tackle today? I don't know. Let me look at the stats here. Did Danny Odom do a single thing from a statistic standpoint? He did. He had one tackle. I don't remember it though, because again, it's not like Danny was playing great. So, but I thought the secondary, Victor Evans was better than what I expected. Jeremiah Charles looked progressed. Donovan Jones was fine. So secondary was great. So that was huge. That was huge. AC looked amazing. Come on. What? I mean, I thought he looked okay, but amazing? What? Come on. What? Still not sold on Colandrea. I'm with you. But he's gonna be the guy either which way. He's gonna be the guy either which way. Why you all crying TJ not getting a fair chance? Well, I mean, TJ got an opportunity. He didn't really play well with his opportunity, but I was more so disappointed with the fact that AC had more reps than all the other quarterbacks, and AC was running with the ones, and basically Danny and TJ were trading snaps. It's like, at least have a fake quarterback battle. Like, what's not even, we can't even say it's quarterback battle anymore. They've already handed the job to AC in March. And again, if AC was if he was a Heisman candidate, if he was a transfer from Georgia who's balling out, I would be okay with that. I just have an issue with handing jobs to quarterbacks who had one good year at UNLV. Like that kind of tells you how far the programs fell. If the program is handing jobs to guys after one spring ball, and they had one good year at a lower level of football after having 2 bad years of power football, it's like, again, how good are we going to really be? Does Ohio State do that? No. Does Iowa do that even? No. Iowa would have a quarterback out to the very end, and it's not like Iowa's a great offense, but that's the way they do things. If AC is the best quarterback, I feel like that you should give Danny Danny and TJ the exact same opportunity to run with the ones. Although, yes, TJ didn't play great. Danny didn't play great, but I wasn't like, I didn't watch AC and say, oh, AC's a Heisman candidate today with his interception. I thought AC was exactly what I thought he was going to be. AC's running ability looks superior to TJ's. Passing, not sure. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, AC is a better runner than TJ, but both are good runners. Absolutely. Passing, yeah. I think what we saw, I thought TJ struggled mightily with the accuracy today, but as did Anthony. And also, again, it's not like TJ didn't get the benefit of the doubt throwing to guys like Jacory. But again, not to say TJ played well. He didn't. Luke called us tight end you on the radio. My gosh, I like Luke Lindenmeyer, but man, that's delusion. Did Luke have a catch today? Okay, he had 3 catches for 11 yards. Dude, we haven't. I mean, we're really good at producing undrafted NFL free agent tight ends. So if that makes us tight end you, then I guess again, like even when we were dominant, like it wasn't like we were producing tight ends. Like tight end, I mean, we are the furthest from tight end you, if any team ever. Jamal looks like a freaking beast. I agree with you, dude. Jamal was dominant today. Yeah, no, I knew that around Nyziah. I just didn't see it around Anthony Jones. Yeah. At least there's no Elijah Judy. Bang. 100% agree. That's what we could take away from this. Or at least we do not have to put up with Elijah Judy in the big 2026. The big 2026, guys. Don't have to put up with that. That was yeah. Jeremiah Jones is someone to look out for next season. Is this Jeremiah Jones's brother? But JJ Jones, I thought Jeremiah was okay, but he had that one big drop that was I thought thrown on the money by TJ. It was a fade ball, but yeah, no, Jeremiah just looks the part though. I mean, he looks big. He looks big, 6'5", right, about 230. I mean, he biggest from a height and weight standpoint. The receiver core, and he got the speed to match. So yeah, I hopefully he can continue to progress. But right now, I mean, he looks pretty easily still with the threes, unfortunately. But I like him in his game a lot. I've liked him since high school. He was a 4-star. Yeah, I thought Shameless was fine. Shameless was fine. I thought he was great in pass coverage today. I don't know how many tackles he had when it's all said and done, but he didn't play like a whole bunch of reps. They were rotating a lot of linebackers. Yeah, officially he had 3 tackles. Yeah, I thought Shameless was fine. I was impressed with him. I thought all the linebackers were great. Agree with you, Husker Mike. Where are they paying AC? We're hearing in between 2 and 3 million. I think it's actually closer to 2. Yeah, that's what we've heard. But again, that's the expectation. When you get somebody who's a top 20 quarterback in the portal, that's what you have to pay him, right? Even the bum quarterbacks in the portal get at least $1 million. Like Mark Gronowski got $1 million from Iowa, so this kind of sets the stage for you. It's obviously only a scrimmage, but do we take any more portal players? Well, Mike, I have a great video for you coming out probably Tuesday of next week. I'll just tell you this. I think we might kick the tires on a defensive lineman. If we can find a cheap defensive lineman, I think we might kick the tires there. Because it's not only the defensive line was bad today. I mean, they've stunk it up all spring ball. I think it would be absolute malpractice if Matt Rule were to, at least take a look at the portal and say, hey, who can bring in a defensive tackle? Who can we bring it off the edge? The edge rusher position was awful today. As for running back, I think that the door's shut there with Jamal Rule's emergence. As for any other position, like where would we take a quarterback or where would we take another, player? Wide receiver, no. Tight end, I would like a tight end, but they're not going to do that. So, yep. But we'll talk about that. I think we will. I think we'll at least kick the tires for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I was disappointed. Why do a running clock? Why? Why? Because there are people out there who spend their hard money to go to this game, and you're using a running clock and basically just trying to get rid of the game, get it over with. Like, what good does that do anybody? What good does that do the players? Like, you ideally want to give these players as many reps as possible because these guys are not going to be practicing for 4 months until the fall. So I was disappointed with that. Again, Matt Rule clearly didn't treat it too seriously. By the way, we haven't talked about this shit yet. The announcers today should all be fired. The announcers today were absolutely horrific. I don't know who the play-by-play guy, but Kenny Bell. Shame on Kenny Bell. I mean, it's time for Kenny Bell to retire. I know this is not his main gig, but Kenny Bell was out here mispronouncing names, didn't know where people were transferring from, didn't know anything about anything. He said it was March 30th. It's March 28th. Kenny Bell was slipping over his words. The woman on the sideline. I mean, it was like the whole JV. It was the JV squad announcer crew pulled up today to Lincoln. The woman on the sidelines. I forgot her name. God bless her. She called Quinn Clark Quinn Carter. It was a complete disgrace. Hire me. I can go out there and put on a show for the people. I got a background in commentary. That was just embarrassing, man. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. They should be embarrassed. Everybody involved in that broadcast should be embarrassed. Like, if I'm going to rewatch the game tonight, I'm going to, check out the more specific details I missed so I can make my video tomorrow. And I'm going to literally, when I rewatch the game, I'm going to put the volume all the way down to low. That was disgraceful. Every single one of those people should be fired. That was bad. Matt Rule said TJ Anthony hanging out together says a lot about Anthony. What about TJ? Matt Rule hates TJ because Matt Rule's a hater like that. So no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no. I mean, they've already handed the job to him, which is fine. I mean, at least if you're gonna do that, might as well just be honest about it. Don't lie to me about core battle and do what you did today. Like I don't know if they're doing a post game presser, but at least Matt Rule go out there and say AC's the guy. Don't BS me about core battle ever again, because that was incredibly disappointing. Yeah, I agree with you, Reggie. Yeah, I mean, I right now, if assuming AC is the starter, I would probably put him as like 8th best quarterback in the Big Ten, probably. I mean, 9th best quarterback in the Big Ten. I think we could probably name a bunch of guys who have at him right now, but he's not terrible. Jamar's going to start. He's a far ways away from starting. Far ways away, but he had a good game today. He played well, but he's a far ways away. Isaiah Mosee's better than him. I mean, he is. And as for Mekhi Nelson, I think Jamal could be better than Mekhi for sure. For sure, he could be. I honestly think Mekhi Nelson, the way he played today, he ruined. I mean, and I think people don't understand this, but the spring game impacts a lot of narratives. Mekhi Nelson went from having no hype to the bowl game inflating his narrative. Now the spring game has ruined his narrative, and now he's probably going to be, in conversation of being running back 3. That's just the way it goes. But yeah, I was disappointed with Mekhi. But now for the next 4 months, just get yourself ready for the Jamal roll hype. It's gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. The spring game just changed a lot of narratives. Jamal Rowe reminds you of K9. Well, he's kind of bald like K9, so maybe. My man Declan says, didn't end up watching the spring game. What's your biggest takeaway? Secondary, defensive line, quarterback play, and a bunch of breakout players. That's crazy. Connor Booth gave Matt Rule his first ever comeback win. And you know what's crazy about that? With the Nebraska team winning, that means that the starters lost. Or the offensive starters lost. So that tells you that's not great if our offensive stars took an L today, because the offensive stars were running with the Husker team, I guess. Let's call a spade a spade. AC one good year versus TJ, who won 1 game and played 4 blowouts. That's why AC gets the nod so early. I mean, again, I don't think you're wrong necessarily, but you're not taking the fact that AC's tenure of Virginia. It's like, hey, if for example, if TJ was at UNLV last year, how do you think TJ does? Probably pretty good, right? Like UNLV is not Nebraska. UNLV is not Ohio State. There's a reason why Anthony kind of stunk it up Virginia, went down to UNLV, and he balled, right? Because you're playing less competition. I'm not saying Ace is a bad quarterback. I'm just saying you got it. Like it's not like Anthony was playing the same competition as TJ. TJ played Iowa, Penn State, Utah, some of the better defenses in America. Anthony Colandrea against UNLV was going up against Colorado State, Utah State, Fresno State. I mean, that should be added to the conversation. Am I saying 2 years better? No, I'm not. But I'm also saying it's not like it's completely apples to apples there. If TJ was in the exact same shoes as AC last year, I think TJ would play just as well. Or I mean, at least in the same stratosphere. But yeah. Looks like a 5-win team. I think it's better than a 5-win team, but I'm not gonna sit here and talk playoffs. Absolutely, but I don't think you can make conclusions about our win total based off of a spring game. But I agree with you. The defensive line stunk it up. I thought there were a lot of things that are improved from last year. And secondary should be just as good. Linebacker plays improved. Wide receiver plays improved. Offensive line was dominant today, man. So I don't know, but I know a lot of people love to focus on all the negatives, but there were a lot of positives as well. Is Emmett in the draft? He is in the draft. He'll probably be a 3rd-round pick. Yeah, I mean, no, I don't think that's the case, Ken. They literally told Big Ten Network it's going to be 2 hours in advance. That's how that's how it worked out, because there's a lacrosse game going on. It's not like BTN needed to broadcast that lacrosse game. They say it's only going to be 2-hour scrimmage. Do you see Dylan Riley hanging around Memorial Stadium? Yeah, he's in town, man. Dewey's back. Dewey's back. He's back in town, man. He was attending the softball game last night. Let me pull this up. I want to show you guys this, because it went kind of viral, I guess, on Nebraska circles at least. Let's pull this up. Oh, by the way, the crowd today was 27,000. Really? But it was the lowest attended Nebraska spring game in some time now. All right, let's look. Hold on. I'll show you guys this video. Here's Dewey. He's back. He had his hood on. He was like, I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want anybody to see me. And then I don't know if he realized the camera was on him or something. And then he's like, oh, well, the camera already saw me. He pulled off his head. He was at a softball game. Hey, I mean, I respect Dylan for at least showing up. I don't know if I would have the guts to do that, to show up in Lincoln after kind of the way things went. As I already told y'all with Dylan, I got no bad blood toward the guy. I wish him the best of luck. I hope he goes out there and balls in Oregon, to be completely honest with you. Completely honest with you. I know some people just hate Dylan, but it's like, why? I think he tried his best. He wasn't a great quarterback, but I also think, for the most part, the coaching staff failed him. The coaching staff failed Dylan. And I say this as a person who is kind of, being very critical of Dylan. This is what I hate too. There's so many people who are so two-faced within the Nebraska fan base or the Nebraska media. The same people who are bashing Dylan right now are the same people who were like glazing him like 3 months ago. like, at least be consistent, you know? If you were glazing Dylan 3 months ago, why aren't you, I mean, why are you now the most critical of him? I was critical of him, you know, when he was here, and now I'm gonna wish him the best of luck. Why am I gonna hate on him now? That makes no sense. I don't know. I think people are just too toxic about it, to be completely real. I don't know. The announcer sucked. Yeah. They said Anthony Colandrea transferred from South Dakota State. They said Icky Mozee. That is his nickname though. His name is Ike. His nickname's Ike. So that they were right when they said Ike Mozee. But South Dakota State. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. But no. Ike is his nickname. They call him Ike. So that's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Where are the highlights? I don't know. They're probably gonna release some later today. I mean, there weren't like a whole bunch of highlights, but yeah, I thought Mozee played great today. I was impressed with him. I know you're in disbelief of what you saw for today. Disbelief? I don't think there was anything that was like. I don't think there's anything crazy about it. I mean, it was what it was, man. I don't know. It was kind of. I mean, I woke up today. I was not excited for it. I'll put it at that. It was different. It was definitely different from what we've seen in the past. But as for disbelief, like what was crazy about today? Nothing was too crazy. Nothing was too crazy. Disbelief. I don't know. That's a little bit too much. The thing I love about Mozee is that he clearly hates to be brought to the ground, always extra effort. Yeah, I mean Mosee's a dog. Yeah, Mosee's a dog. I think he should be running back one this year. He's the best pass blocker on the team as well at the running back position. Um, he's physical. He's 215. He has great speed. He's the only blue chip running back on this team. And again, I at times I think stars are overrated. Actually, I don't think. I think stars are pretty valid. But the running back position, I think stars are more valid than ever because when you are a 3-star running back, the reason you're a 3-star running back is because they truly believe your upside isn't that high. You know, when you are a 5-star running back, it doesn't mean you produce more than any other running back. It just means you have great speed or great size and you're going to be an NFL caliber player. That's why think of all the best running backs in the NFL, right? Christian McCaffrey, high 4-star. Derrick Henry, 5-star. Go down the line, right? There's not like a bunch of 3-star backs who are superstars in the NFL because again, most of your rating is based off of, your upside. Now, Emmett, of course, was a low 3-star, but he was a late bloomer. He was somebody who was under-recruited because he didn't go to camps. He probably should have been a 4-star. The reason I bring this up is because there are a lot of running backs in this roster who I think are 3-stars because they just don't have great upside, and that's the reason why I don't think they're going to start for Nebraska. Quinn Ives is in that boat, So that's why I like Mozee a lot, because he was the only blue chip recruit we got there, and then clearly again, he has that upside you want, right? He has that tenacity, and he phenomenal speed. We're committed to Oregon for a very long time. Can catch the football at a high level. Great route runner. I mean, there's a lot of good things around him, man. Was Dylan? Oh, you were at the softball game, not the spring game. I was gonna say Dylan was not the spring game, right? He did not. Dylan would not have the ball show for a spring game. I think that was cool. He's there. I think that was cool. He's there. I think that speaks to his character. He's not a complete pansy, never came back here again. I'll continue to say this around Dylan. I just wish he sent out a message to the fan base when he transferred. All you had to do was a little blip, a little excerpt and say, "Hey, I'm sorry this didn't work out in Nebraska. I tried my best. I'm going to go in a different way now. I'm going to go see if I can have success in a different program." It's all he had to say. It would take 5 seconds. All the other transfers did that. And by him not doing that, by not sending a message to the fan base, I think that really ticks some people the wrong way. And I think, Dylan maybe in his mind had a misconception that everybody hated him. Nobody hated Dylan. I mean, maybe some people on Twitter did, some people in my YouTube comment section did, and I was critical of Dylan. But what Dylan didn't understand is this: he had more support in the state to the very end than hatred. And the kids in the state specifically loved him. The kids loved him. And what are the kids supposed to think when you're not even gonna say goodbye to the kids, man? Like, what are we doing here? I thought that was a low class move. Other than that, I got no bad blood toward Dylan. I just thought, he should have ended it with class, and I don't think he did. He did end it with disgrace, but he didn't. He should have said something. Yeah, no, that's so true. Matt Rule said that, Space Frog. He said that at the very first interview. He's like, yeah, a lot of people are still stuck in Houston. Not too many people are stuck in Houston, my guy. Like, this game was not going to be attended very well no matter what. Even if we didn't even make the Sweet 16, nobody was pulling up the spring game this year. So that was funny. That was funny. That was funny. Yeah, it was a bad crowd, dude. It was a bad crowd. I mean, there was like, they say 27,000. I don't even know if it was that. I don't even know if it was that. I think it was less. My thoughts: offense was okay, defense was decent to good. Running back showed flashes, wide receivers looked good. Offensive line was good, but special teams did the best in my opinion. I mean, special teams didn't really do much though. I mean, they had a couple punts, couple kicks. They couldn't return anything. Yeah, but I agree with your takeaways. I was just mostly I was impressed with all things you'd be expected to be impressed with, like secondary, the receivers, offensive line. I thought the defensive line was bad, but other than that, it wasn't terrible. I think Jamal Roll played. Yeah, he was a dog, man. Jamal Roll was a dog. He gets one of my MVPs for sure. For sure, he was great. Um, yeah, I mean he does have a legit chance to start. He has a legit chance to start. Is it a great chance? No, but he has a chance. I'm trying to scroll and see if there's anything on social media talking about this game, and I'm seeing the Tiger Woods mugshot. Dude, the Tiger Woods mugshot, that's a classic. That's a classic. Shout out Tiger, man. I tweeted this out. I said Tiger Woods insurance bill gotta be through the roof at this point. How does that man still have a license? Bro, what are you even? Who is this guy? I love it when random people go in the comment section. They're like, "I know more about football than everybody else." Like, dude, if you know more football than anybody else, make a YouTube channel, my guy. Don't go on my subscribers talking a fool, saying he's saying our talent's bad. Like, okay, EC1, Danny 2, TJ 3. No, TJ's pretty easily quarterback 2 right now, pretty easily. Danny was not. I don't know what you saw. But Danny was. If you think TJ was bad, Danny was worse. It's just the way it was today. I'm not hating against Danny. I love Danny. I'm just saying that's the way it was. You're gonna make me spit out my drink. The train's off the tracks. Cancel the season. Cancel the entire season. Oh my goodness. We already know where this is headed. Oh my gosh. You guys are so funny, man. That is bad. The train's off the tracks. Coach Rule's leading these guys to his 5-win season. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is good. That is good. That reminds me of this thing I saw yesterday. I was cracking about this for a while. Hold on. I saw this this was posted by on Twitter, but message board geniuses. And it said, of course we lost to Iowa. The used car salesman rule was in attendance. His loser energy infected the Nebraska bench with choke syndrome. The athletic department should have paid Pauline to show up. Dude, yeah, you guys are so funny, man. Cancel the season. Just cancel the entire thing, right? Oh my goodness. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all are funny. Y'all, man. Gosh, that's good. That's good stuff. Real good stuff, Isaac. Thank you for making me laugh. Woo! All right. Gosh dang it, man. That's good. We had fun and we're back to trash. Come on, guys. What are we talking about here? My goodness. How did the D-line perform? Yeah, they were pretty bad. They were pretty bad, though. Yeah, no, seriously. I mean, the D-line was the worst part about today, for sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. But other than that, it wasn't terrible. Okay, apparently. Oh, okay. So here we got an update on Nyziah Hunter and Anthony Jones. Nyziah didn't play today because of a hamstring. Anthony Jones didn't play because he had just had a kid with his wife. But Anthony Jones is a married man having kids. College sports is different. College sports is different than what it used to be. That's crazy. He missed the spring game because his wife was having a kid. My gosh, dude. Anthony Jones, like, how old is that guy? Like 23? I couldn't imagine. I'm 20. I couldn't imagine having a kid this young, man. Couldn't imagine that. Let alone being married. That's crazy. Yeah, yeah. So true, Jack. So true. But again, they made an excuse about it. They said the reason why nobody showed up is because of Houston. That's not true. That's not true. People didn't show up because they didn't want to show up. So, good question. What position needs the most improvement? That's a great question. Well, easy answer is the quarterback play. I think Anthony still needs to get a lot better in order for us to be competitive next year. But honestly, I was disappointed with the tight ends today. Like, I told you guys this for a while. Like, Luke Lindenmeyer just doesn't move the needle for me, or anybody really. He shouldn't move the needle for anybody. I mean, look at Luke's a fine tight end. He's a fine blocking tight end. He's like a Nate Borkature in a way. But Luke Lindenmeyer, he should not be your true vertical threat tight end. Like ideally, a Carter Nelson would be that guy. Ideally, a Luke Sorensen would be that guy. Even Eric Ingerson would be that guy. The tight ends are just so mediocre. And that's why I was pounding the table a couple months ago. I was like, we need a tight end transfer. I want somebody who can run a little bit, right? Who can run 4.6, who can stretch the field, who can go up and moss the defender, right? We haven't had that in years. So tight ends need a lot of improvement. But honestly, I just don't think we have the bodies there. Quarterback play needs improvement. Running back still need a lot of improvement. Running back are still far ways away. I know the Jamal hype rule will be through the roof. The Jamal rule hype will be through the roof, but we still need he needs to progress because ideally, he's somebody who could start for us this year. Isaiah Mozee still needs to get better. Mekhi's a long ways away from being the running back we want him to be. So absolutely. Great question. Really good question. Again, I don't think we're in the business of claiming how good we're going to be based on a spring game. Like, oh, I see 6 wins, I see 3 wins, I see 10 wins. Like, dude, it's a spring game. My goodness. Like we can learn a lot from a spring game about again breakout players, positional groups, the staff. What I truly believe you can't learn is your win total. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's a huge reach. A huge reach. Any which way. uh, Isaac said that we gotta cancel the season. I love you. I like you, Isaac, but man, that was funny. That was funny, bro. That was funny. I agree with you, Michael. Connor Booth was better than I thought, but he's still pretty easily running back 5. I mean, he's still pretty easily not going to play unless it's garbage time. I still have issues around Connor Booth being a Big Ten back. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie with you guys. I did not watch the final end of the fourth quarter because I was recording my post game video. I think Connor had a big run in there, but still, I'm not like it wasn't. I don't think Connor's pushing to get legit playing time. It's a shame all the recruits had to watch the exhibition. I mean, it's better to have them there than not have them there. You know what I mean? How many surefire NFL players can you list on this roster right now? Surefire NFL players, like people who will play on Sundays in some capacity. Okay, I'll name them. I think we have at least one running back in the roster who will play in the NFL. I can't tell you who, but I think there's one. Jacory's an NFLer. Kwazi's an NFLer. Nyziah's an NFLer. So that's 4 right there. Pritchett's an NFLer. Probably Babalati's an NFLer. That's 6. I haven't even got to the defense yet. Defense. Nwaneri's an NFLer. Nwaneri could be trash and he'll still be an NFLer because of his upside, and he's 6'7" and he runs a crazy 40 time. Nwaneri's an NFLer. That's 7. Chambliss is an NFLer. He was one of the highest regarded transfers in the portal. That's 8. We have at least one DBs in NFL, and I think it's Andrew Marshall. It could be Junior Khan too. I think we got 10, and that's not even counting the depth. That's not even counting like the freshmen who could be NFLers, but they're freshmen. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying these guys are going to be first-round picks. I'm not saying, a Jacory Bard's going to be a first-round pick. But you better believe he's going to be drafted. When Jacory Bard gets to the combine, that dude going to run like a 4.3. Like, come on. So, and that's just me being objective about it, right? I'd include some, borderline names I could have. I'm done with Matt Rule. I'm done with Matt Rule after the spring game. I'm done with him, guys. You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny. You didn't say the final score. I mean, does the final score even matter? It was 22-17. I don't think the final score matters, to be honest with you. I agree. I agree with you, Ken. Yeah, I mean the accuracy outside of 15 yards will be pretty suspect. Which player was the best so far this season? You mean in spring ball? Like who's been the best in spring ball? I mean Jameer Khan. He got my MVP. My spring ball MVP says I'm getting MVPs. Emmett Johnson earned the MVP in 2024. Emmett Johnson earned the MVP in 2025, and Jameer Khan won the MVP in 2026. So Jameer had a great spring ball. My other ones who I was thinking about giving it to were who were they? Kwazi Gilmer, Dexter Foster, and I think I had one more. I can't remember who. So that's funny, Zach. How many guys on this roster could start for Oregon, Ohio State? I don't know. I'm not doing the stock experiment with you again, Matthew. I know you hating. I know you hating. It's cool though. Prescott, yeah, I've always actually kind of liked Kamir Prescott. He and Kamir was playing great the Husker games last year. I don't know. Kamir could be in the rotation. I've always been a big fan of him, but I like him more at safety. They're playing him a lot at corner now. I don't know why they're doing that. I think his best position is free and strong safety. That's true. Again, we have, and I think practice is over, but not really. Like, we're not going to have spring practice going forward, but these guys are still going to be in the weight room. They're still going to be like, I don't want to say they're practicing, but they're still going to be practicing in a way. Like, don't think like this is like spring ball's going away. Like what they're going to do in April is they're going to do basically like glorified practices where there's no football involved. Like I'm actually throwing around football, but they're going to be still, using the sleds, right? The offensive line's still going to progress. The defensive line's hopefully still going to progress. They're still going to do a lot of drills. So like, again, we're still going to have practice. It's just not like a spring practice. Like, it's not like we're not doing scrimmages by any means. Booth gives me Rex Burkhead vibes. Man, just say it's because he's white. Just say he gives me white boy Rex Burkhead vibes. I mean, maybe. I personally am of the belief that you got to earn being a Rex Burkhead. Rex Burkhead cut from a different cloth. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, Conor maybe could be right. He certainly has the same build. He's not a super impressive running back from a stature standpoint, but somebody who could lower the shoulder on you, right? Smart running back. I find it funny though. Every white running back we've ever had, he give me Burkhead vibes. That dude Burkhead. That dude. He gives me Jeff Kinney vibes. I love it. Would anybody be disappointed 7-5? I think I'd be disappointed 7-5 because 7-5 again. It's like really. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst season in the world, but it's like really again. No, I mean, no, Dapper Donut. We have a lot of things to be excited about. Again, offensive line was great today. Receivers, I thought were fine. Secondary was fine. Linebackers were fine. Like I thought there were a lot more pros than cons. Quinn Clark, though, yeah, Quinn Clark was great. What was his official stat line? Let me look this up real quick. Quinn Clark. Okay. Never mind. Quinn Clark only had one catch. Felt like he had more. He was getting open. I think there was one where he was open and Anthony Colandrea just threw behind him or something along those lines. Or might have been TJ. But yeah, Quinn. I mean that one catch doesn't even that one catch just gives him the MVP. It's not like the other receivers played that great. Jacory had a good game though. I thought he had more. He was getting open. Quinn was getting open though. So I still feel justified giving him an MVP because it wasn't like he was getting stuff. Like he was getting some separation. Which position do you think will take the biggest jump from now up until the fall? I think the linebackers will take a big jump. I think the linebackers are they're already really good. But I think this linebacker unit, from a let alone talent perspective, is good enough to be top 10 in America. And I say that not to give you a bunch of BS Kool-Aid, but again, you have Owen Chambliss, who Texas wanted. You have Dexter Foster, who Clemson wanted. You have Vin Shavers, and we already know what Vin Shavers is. You have Will Hawthorne, who I'm a big fan of Will Hawthorne. I think he's an athletic freak who's fit for the Big Ten. You have Dawson Merritt coming back, who's a big-time recruit, right? I think the linebackers will take a huge jump, especially with Dawson getting healthy, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's justified, Ken. That's justified. Like, my grandpa's in the same boat. My grandpa has had season tickets since the 60s. And this was the first year he didn't renew them. Now, granted, my grandpa's getting old, and he doesn't go to the games anymore, so he's giving away tickets. But it's also just, I mean, it's not a great product. There's not like a huge reason to keep them. And again, we'll talk about this in next month or in May or some point like this. The sellout streak is in huge jeopardy this year. I think there's a very real possibility the sellout streak might end. Very, very real possibility. And I hate to say that, but it's just the way it is, man. I'm trying to see if Matt Rule had anything interesting to say in his post-game presser. I'm sure he probably had nothing interesting to say, but he talked about Anthony Jones having a kid, so that was something. Yeah, Matt Rule made another excuse for the attendance. He said the 11 a.m. window is what Nebraska football thought. No, he said the 11 a.m. window limited the attendance. Haven't we always played the spring game at 11 o'clock? That's not new, is it? It's always been 11, hasn't it been? Might have been like 2 in the past, but I do not think an 11 o'clock window changed anything. Yep, Jacob Bauer. As we reported yesterday, Jacob Bauer has a knee injury. But honestly, the way he made it sound is Jacob Bauer might not be out for the year. No, I think he probably still is. What I heard is that Jacob Bauer's out for the year. It'd be nice to have him back there. You never know. Wilson, we have Dylan Berrimon coming. I don't think Dylan Berrimon's a day one guy. He has a lot of bad weight on him. Like he's very. I mean, he's a presence inside, absolutely. But like, I mean, he got a belly. You got a belly, and you got to be more than just fat. You know what I mean? He got a lot of muscle, but he just got some things he needs to slim down. So I think Dylan is probably a year away, probably. And it doesn't help that he's shown up late. You know, he could play. He very well could, but he got to slim down first. I just don't think we can overreact about spring game, man. 7-5 team based on our schedule. See, I don't agree with that, Jack. I mean, I honestly just believe a lot of people overrate what the schedule is. The schedule is hard. Absolutely it is. But it's not the hardest schedule in the world. We have statistically the 6th hardest schedule in the Big Ten. It's not even the top 5. And yes, we play Ohio State. Yes, we play Oregon. That's the expectation. You're always going to play tough teams in the Big Ten every year. You know, what we had last year was out of the ordinary. And that's why I told you guys all of last year we need to take advantage of it, and we didn't. But you look at our schedule this year, what's appalling about it, right? You have the easiest non-conference slate we've ever had. We don't play a single team worth anything. The toughest team we play non-con is Ohio, who, funny enough, beat Anthony Colandrea last time Anthony Colandrea played Ohio. So start TJ, by the way. I'm just kidding. We played Bowling. We played North Dakota. So you start off 3-0. Cool. You play Michigan State. Michigan State's improved. I'm a big Fitzgerald fan. But you're kidding yourself if you think Michigan State's like an 8 or 9 win team. They ain't better than us immediately with Pat Fitzgerald. They're still a far ways away. Okay, and their quarterback play stinks. Their defense stinks. I'm not saying it's not going to be a hard game. It will be a hard game. It eats Lansing Friday night, but I still believe that could very well be a victory for Nebraska. Maryland's a dub at home. Maryland sucks. Again, in the other games we play, Rutgers should be a victory. I believe you play them at home. Can't confirm or deny it off the top of my head. Washington, not buying the Washington hype this year. Probably a 7 or 8 win team. They still got DeMond Williams, who's great, but Washington, they're just pretty good at being above average. This is the worst Illinois team we've seen in 5 years. Illinois loses a lot of production. They have a brand new quarterback who we're familiar with, and Caden Hauser. I think we could beat Illinois. We can always beat Iowa. We know what Iowa is. At some point, we got to beat them at some point. And again, Oregon's tough. No question. Indiana's tough. Ohio State's tough. But the only benefit I tell you is this. Indiana's a brand new team. And Indiana's coached by Kirk Cinetti, and they're always going to be good with him, but it's not. I don't expect them to win a natty next year. And they certainly have a downgraded quarterback with Josh Hoover, and you play them at home. Ohio State will be tough, but we've given Ohio State some tough times recently. I mean, we went to Columbus literally a year ago in 2024, coming off of getting absolutely destroyed by Indiana, and we almost beat them. So I'm not of the belief that this schedule is just doom and gloom like some people say. Like, we could be a 7-win team, but I don't think that's because of our schedule. You know, our schedule it's not advantageous, but it's manageable. It's manageable. It's not the worst in the world. That's my rant. I would love that, Brad. I think college football is going to that direction. I think in the next 5 or 10 years, you'll start to see that more. There will be spring ball exhibitions, maybe once or twice, because football is the only sport that doesn't do that. Football is the only sport that doesn't have exhibitions. Okay, basketball has exhibitions right before the season. Baseball has fall. Softball has fall. Volleyball has spring matches. I thought would probably come to football, to be honest with you, and that would get a lot of traction. That would get broadcasted by Fox. That would get broadcasted by, ABC. Like if Nebraska were to play Oklahoma in an exhibition, like that would be that go crazy, man. That go crazy. So I think that'll come, but again, it's not been allowed by the NCAA yet, unfortunately. I haven't read that yet, Jimmy. I'll let you know. We'll have a recruiting update early next week, maybe Monday, if not Tuesday. Could. Hopefully the depth, Nickel. Hopefully the depth. Because the depth was suspect today with the offensive line. It's possible, Frey Brown. It's possible. It's possible. Yeah, no, one thing I didn't like about the spring game too is that why didn't we do traditional teams? It was just offense versus defense, and it was confusing who was scoring every single time. Like, why not just again the way they should have treated this? Again, this isn't like some crazy hot take. First off, no running clock. Second off, have real teams with split starters. Okay, put TJ Lateef and Jacory Barney and Isaiah Mozee on one team, and then put Colandrea on one team with Quinn Clark and some of the backups, some of the stars. Like, give everybody an ample opportunity to shine. I don't know why they did what they did and just had the ones and twos and threes. I mean, that's cool, but it would have been. I think it would have been preferred if they just like scrambled it up and had a real game. And again, I had a proposal. Why don't you have Matt Rule coach a team? You have Dana coach a team and have them duke it out. That would be great television. That would be great television. That'd be great television. M. Girl says, you laugh at my Booth Burkhead comment, but I've been watching Nebraska football for 40 years. Gosh, I can't even tell you the amount of times I've received this comment. They're like, people are like, I've been watching Nebraska football for 60 years. Okay. What's that supposed to mean? That you know more about football than anybody else? Like, you probably don't, to be honest with you. I mean, it's the way it is. Like, I'm saying you said Connor Booth is like Burkhead because he's white. I was making fun of you about that. I mean, it's not the worst comparison in the world, but don't be like, you've been watching Nebraska football for 40 years. Okay. I mean, it doesn't mean you're an expert. It just means you're a fan, right? You're older than I am. I mean, the reason why you are where you are is just because, I mean, if you knew a bunch about Nebraska football, you'd probably be in my shoes. I'll just put it at that. I love when people say they're like, I've been watching football for 60 years. Well, and then those people will be like, well, Tom Osborne used to do it this way. Well, Tom hasn't been the coach for 30 years, my guy. Like, football is a lot different than what it was in the 90s. Unfortunately, it's a different sport. It's a completely different sport. The way we had success with Bob Devaney is not the way we have success now. You can't go out there and run the triple option, and you can't go out there and put on steroids and hope for the best, right? I mean, it's different. It's a different sport. It is what it is. Hanging out with Trev Alberts. Who, Doc? Who's hanging out with Trev? Not me. Wasn't me. I wasn't hanging out with him. I don't understand why our D-line was so bad last year. Why didn't we go hard and get some D-line? Because Matt Rule made the excuse that it was too expensive to get quality defensive linemen. That's what he said. He said that we weren't willing to, spend top dollar, which is what it is, right? Is what it is. We should have spent top dollar. I agree with you. You learn a lot in that first. I mean, you learn a lot in that first real game of the year, the first real powerful game of the year. Like when we played Cincinnati, I pretty much had this team. I think everybody had this team figured out after we played Cincinnati. The defensive line sucked. Dylan was good, not great. The running back play outside of Emmett was not great. The receivers were underwhelming. We kept them around too long. We were going to be in for a lot of close games. Like I think you learned so much about that first game. And you're not going to learn a lot against Ohio, but you'll learn a lot against Michigan State. It's a great comment. It's a great point. It's a great point, man. I could see 8, maybe I could 8, 9 wins. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Isaac, buddy. Isaac, man, you're a troll, my guy. You're a troll. Isaac comes in here and he says that the season's off the tracks and I'm memeing for, and he's in his feelings, man. Isaac, you weird for that, man. There's no bad blood, but you weird. You a weird dude. He said my life calls Nebraska football. My life counts not Nebraska football, bro. I just do it because I love it. It's fun. I'm 20 years old, man. What are you doing? What are you doing at 20? Probably nothing, my guy. You watching me. That's what you doing, Isaac. Get out of here, weird man. You get out of here. Get out of here. You can go watch somebody else, man. he comes to the comment section and he says, the season's over. It's off the rails. Man, get out of here, man. That's just weird. It's a weird, I mean, it's just weird to have that opinion, man. Odd. It's odd is what it is. It's odd. Isaac Newton, man. Whew. He get memed. My man Nickel, he says, good to hear from you, Nickel. He says, should be first team offense against second team D. Why not scramble them up? I think that gives everybody the best opportunity to shine, to be honest with you. The best opportunity to shine. The best opportunity to shine. I see you watching me. Yeah, I mean, that's what he is, man. That's why I tell the haters a lot. I tell the haters that people be like, Wilson, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, that's why you're watching me. That's why I'm not watching you. You're watching me. I'm just saying. It's all love. I love Isaac. I love him. He can have his opinion. I'm just memeing him. I mean, no, it's all love, M. Grohl. It's all love, my guy. It's all love. It's all love. It's all love, M. Grohl. I'm just giving you a hard time. Husker fans are weird. Some of y'all defended Frost until the day he got fired, but they are completely out on Rule after 2 winning seasons. Yeah, I mean, I think it's perfectly okay to be critical of Rule. I just find it funny when people are like, when the spring game was so bad, we're going to cancel everything. Like, come on. Can you guys hear yourselves? I mean, come on. How big of a jump do you think Cortez will make this year? I mean, Cortez honestly was underwhelming. Did Cortez have a catch? He might have had one. He got injured at the very end of the game. He was limping off the field. Did Cortez have a catch? He had one. Yeah, I thought Cortez, I mean, Cortez was struggling getting separation. That was the issue, right? It wasn't like, T wasn't finding him or, Asa wasn't finding him. Like, he wasn't getting open. Yeah, no, but that I hopefully Cortez can take a jump forward. Ideally. Because right now I'd say he's probably receiver 5. I mean, he had a good spring ball too. That's why I was kind of disappointed with him today. Bro's 20, holy unk. I feel unk, man. I feel like unk. We learned a lot about the team with this schedule. I think we're going to learn some more about Rule as well. How is his coaching and demeanor going to change when it gets hard? I think we've already kind of got a pretty good answer of that, right? When it gets hard, I don't think Rule thrives, right? When he's under pressure, he does not thrive. When we get to November and the games start to get really meaningful, right? What have you seen? Not great, right? So I think we've already have an answer to that. But against a new team, you never know, right? I think Matt Rule's taking some of his criticism to heart. I reached out. Funny enough, guys, I reached out to Matt Rule for an interview. Okay, so fun story for you guys before we get back to the comment section. And I don't know how legit this is. I bet this is pretty legit. I bet this is pretty legit. But I was talking to somebody the other day, one of my buddies, and he for some reason got in contact with somebody who watches my channel all the time, right? And he was a big booster or whatever at Lincoln. And the word that I found out is supposedly Matt Rule watches my channel like almost every single day in Adam Carricker. That's what I heard from a supposed reputable source who's involved in this university. Now, I knew Matt Rule watched the channel. I knew Matt Rule knows who I am, obviously. But if Matt Rule's watching me every single day, I literally was like, what? I asked my friend who told me this. I'm like, are you telling the truth? Do you talk to somebody who really knows what you're talking about? And he's like, yeah, this is legit. Like Matt Rule's talking about you. And I'm like, so I gotta watch my words, man, because I don't want to make Matt Rule feel bad if he's watching my stuff like regularly. I knew he watched me. I knew that for a fact. I've known that, but I didn't know he was like, I don't know. Is he subscribed? I don't know. He's searching me up. I don't know. Anyways, I bring that up to say this. What was my main point of telling you guys that? Oh yeah, my main point of telling you guys that was like, oh, okay, if Matt Rule watched my channel, I'm gonna give him a text. I'm gonna text him and say, hey, you want to come on the channel? I don't do interviews like that. This is not interview channel. I know some other people do interviews, but I was like, that'd be cool. It'd be good contact. I'll give him some. I'll give Matt Rule some tough questions. Have not got a response. Probably not gonna get a response. Matt Rule probably doesn't want to come on the channel. I don't think Matt Rule likes me. Probably because I'm critical of him. I don't think Matt Rule likes people who are critical of him. But I don't think Matt Rule likes many people in the media. I don't consider myself part of the media, but I don't think Matt Rule's a big fan of much things related to Nebraska right now because people are very critical of him, which they should be. But anyways, I told you that story because I'm like, apparently Matt Rule watches my channel like regularly. I knew he watched it, but I didn't know he watched it that much. I don't know that for a fact, but that's supposedly from a reputable source. I don't know. All right, that's the story. That's the story. Take that for what it's worth. Banned from Memorial Stadium. Nah, no. I don't think Rule doesn't hate me. Rule doesn't hate me. If he watches my channel, he must like me a little bit. But he should get on my channel. We should do a little bit of interview. I think it'd be fun. I think if Matt Rule came on my channel, I think people will like him a little more because I think it would show a lot of respect. I would respect Matt Rule for showing up and being asked some tough questions. And I'd give him some softballs too. But I think if he were to come on the channel, that'd be the most informative interview you've ever heard of Matt Rule because I'd ask him some legit, real questions. Force him to answer them. I don't think he'd ever do that. But again, I don't do interviews like that. But I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be informative. I think it'd be good content. I think if he really valued the fan base, he would think about it. Anyways, that's my story time there. That's my story time. That's my story time. All right, back to the comment section here. Everybody hit the like button as well on the stream. I don't know how many likes we're at here. Let's hit the like button. Let's see. Why don't they run a spread offense? Because AC would thrive in that offense, or they run their normal offense. They could very well run a spread. I mean, what you saw today was incredibly vanilla. Like there was no identity in that offense. They never showed an identity in the spring. It's just a bunch of random plays, random stuff. Yeah, we have no idea. I think it'll be a very similar to offense to last year. It's going to be very pass heavy. It will be. I know we ran a lot today. I think the reason why we ran it a lot is because number one, the wind was horrific, and number two, we want to see what we got there with the running backs. And we also don't want to give too much away when it comes to TJ and Anthony. But it will be more of a pass-heavy offense than ever before because the running back issue. And also, we have a great pass-pro offensive line. It sets up for, to use Anthony's legs or use TJ's legs. So that's all I know, though. I can't speak for the scheme. I think it'll be very similar to last year. Do you watch Character? Not really. I like Adam. I mean, I've spoken on the phone with him a couple of times. He's a really, really nice guy. I don't know. I don't watch his channel too much. I told you guys that I really only watch like Husker Online, to be honest with you. Like I watch my channel Husker Online. Because I think Steven Sipple is really funny. So I'll listen to Sipple, and I think I usually disagree with a lot of Sipple's takes, but I think he's a funny guy and I think he's a good guy. But again, Character, I think Character does a really good job. I think he does a really, really good job. I think he's a good guy too. So those are really the only. But I'll tune in and see what Adam's talking about every now and then. I listen to some of Adam's interviews. I think he had an interview recently with Roy Hulu that I thought was really good. So I'm not like crazy on YouTube like that, but yeah, I do watch Adam. I think he does a really good job. I just wish Adam was sometimes I feel like his YouTube content's like really laid back. Like he doesn't really give any hot takes about anything, where he used to in the past. Like in the past, Adam would like tell you, like he would tell you what he truly thinks. On YouTube now, like he's pretty bland. Like, but on the radio, he'll tell you what he really thinks. I don't know why that is. I think on YouTube he doesn't want to like make people mad, but like he'll just kind of like read off stats every now and then. Because I think Adam has some really good insight, and that's why I watched Adam before I did YouTube. But now I feel like he's just I don't know. Maybe I'll have to text him about that and say, hey, you should get back to what you used to doing. No, but I think Adam's a really good dude, man. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. I think sometimes sometimes you think maybe the YouTubers or whatever aren't good people. Like I think Adam's a good dude. I really do. Wilson, who are your top D-line targets in the portal? Got a video for you in Monday, Tuesday. There's a couple on the top of my head, but I'll save it. I like there's a guy from Columbia. I'm a big fan. I'll put it at that. But I can't spoil my video. Didn't invite you to one of your cookouts. No. Do I have ADHD? I do not have ADHD. No, I don't got any of that. I don't got ADHD, OCD. I don't got any allergies. No, I got none of that. Probably. Do you think I think Colandrea will be everything as advertised? I do. I think he'll be everything that I expect him to be, but I don't think he's going to be a superstar. Like, it depends on who you're listening to. I think he's going to be everything I advertised. Is he going to be everything Matt Rule advertises? Probably not, right? Matt Rule tends to go a little bit overboard with the quarterback play, but I do think Anthony will be serviceable. I don't think he's going to be terrible, but I have a lot of questions about him. I think he needs to improve a lot from what we saw today, for sure. I have a clash with Nayland Scott and Will Hawthorne. They seem like good men. I can't speak for Nayland Scott. I've never spoke with Nayland Scott before, but I can tell you for a fact that Will Hawthorne's a really good dude. Will Hawthorne's I was really, really happy when Will Hawthorne transferred. That's why I was a big fan when we got him from Iowa State. Cause I'm like, this dude's not only a stub, he's a good dude. And Nalen's weird. Nalen follows me on social media. I don't think I've ever texted Nalen. Maybe I texted Nalen once, or maybe he texted me. I can't remember. Let me see if I've ever actually talked to Nalen before. I've only heard good things about Nalen though. I think that the people I talk to on the team really like Nalen. They say he's a very personable guy. Let's see if I've ever talked to Nalen. No, he just follows me. But yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about him. Yeah, I agree with you. Do you listen to DB on Herdat? Not really. I used to listen to him a lot when he was on 1620. I would listen to 1620 when I was going to high school. Every day when I was driving to school. But then he moved to Herdat, and I don't really listen to him too much anymore. I mean, I like DB, but DB does have a lot of insider info. The issue with him is that he won't tell you, or he'll be like super secretive about it. He'll be like hinting at things, and he'll hype up his son a lot. He'll be like, "Oh, Caleb's coming to start." Like, dude, Caleb is not coming to start, Damon. Come on, he's not. David's good people too. He's a good guy. Because I was familiar with him when I don't know if he still coaches at Westside, but he was coaching at Westside. When I was at Millard South, and yeah, he's a really, really good guy as well. Yeah, we got some good people. There's some not great people in the Husker media sphere, in my opinion, but I like Dame. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you if I like somebody or don't like him. But I think Dame's a good dude too. I just wish he was more honest about the insider info he has, because he'll milk it. He'll milk it for a while. He'll milk it. I can't wait to see Jamal roll behind the first team O-line. I don't know, man. Maybe. Yeah, Jamal roll. He gonna be nice. I still think Jamal he looks small though. Like he put on weight, but he still looks small. Like I think with Jamal Rule's frame, he'd be a good 215, maybe even like a 220. 220, that's probably about the most I'd like on him, but I would love Jamal Rule to be a big back. You know what I mean? Big back. Which D-line should have gotten the portal? Oh, wait. What Nebraska should we have gotten when they were in the portal? I want to Trey White really badly from San Diego State. Really wanted Trey White. I wanted the Kansas State guy, forgot his name, Acorn, whoever, who went to SMU. I wanted him. I liked the UCF guy too. I thought the UCF guy was solid. What was his name? Horace Lockett. I liked Horace Lockett. And there were some, of course, some big names we didn't even try for, who I was a big fan of. So, yep. Yeah, but I think the reason we did that, Carol, is just we were trying to see what we got at running back. You know what I mean? We were trying a bunch of different things. I think we kind of already know we have a quarterback. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree. When did Damon Base say Caleb should start? I heard it every day for a very long time. Never once heard that. No. Come on. No, he does. Come on. What are we talking about? No, you're right. Robbie will bring that up, but I'll tune in and Robbie will be like, well, I don't know about the safety. I don't know about the safety room. And DB's like, yeah. Come on. No, I say that all tongue in cheek. I love Damon. But he does hype up his son. And I think Caleb's a good player. I just don't think Caleb's a starter. I don't even know if Caleb's a second stringer. He could be. But he's a far ways away. The thing about Caleb too is his size is not great. I wish he had more size on him, man. Like from a height standpoint, I wish he was about 6'3". He's like a 5'11". He's a 5'11". But Caleb's another good dude. Archie's banged up, Bowstring. Archie's banged up. Whittington was explosive. I agree with you. Whittington was like our only good interior defensive lineman today, who I was impressed with. Who needs Eckler? I don't think you can make any conclusions. Oh, Dexter Foster didn't play today? I could have swore I saw Dexter Foster out there. Who? Oh, it was Dylan Rogers. Now I sound like an idiot. I could have swore I saw damn near Dexter Foster out there, and it was Dylan Rogers. I've literally mentioned Dexter Foster multiple times in this live stream. And I mentioned him in my post-game video too. It's L. That's an L. How did I not? I could have swore I saw Dexter Foster out there, and it was Dylan Rogers the entire time. I guess you guys were right. Haters were right. I don't know ball. I don't know ball. That's crazy. I could have swore. That was Dexter Foster. Yeah, so Dexter didn't play. Jacob Bauer didn't play. Um, and Anthony Jones didn't play. And Nyziah didn't play. Dude, people are going at Conor Season right now on social media for that's crazy. That's crazy. The Tiger Woods memes are so funny. All right, let's get back in here. I agree with you, Carol, but I wish he was more upfront about it. It's been that way for years with Damon. It's been that way for years. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. I just think I think that's just DB style. That's DB style. Your broadcast skills during the basketball season were on point. Thank you, David. Thank you for watching, my guy. Thank you for watching, man. Hopefully you can secure me a house here in 2 years, man. You got to give me a low interest rate and give me a crib in Papillion, Ralston, or maybe Bellevue. Maybe Bellevue. Yeah. Down payment, give me down payment like 50K. Give me a good deal. I'm gonna hire you, David. I'm gonna hire you. I don't know how I got banged up, Ken, but he was banged up. He got injured. He was out of practice for like 2 weeks, so I have no idea. My guess is a groin injury. A lot of punters deal with groin injuries, so he might have just when you're doing your motion, when you're doing your motion, with your kicking style, right, and you extend your leg a little bit too high, it's a groin injury. Or it might have been he just landed on it weird. I don't know. Thoughts on Danny? So I assume you mean Danny Kaelin. I thought he was not great today, unfortunately. I was disappointed with him. I was disappointed with Danny for sure. I thought he had a good drive at the very end, but he was missing a lot of throws. What was the attendance? It was officially 27,000, Jordan. 27,000. Yep, lowest since 2000. So not the lowest ever, but lowest in some time now. Concordia Bulldog shirt the other day representing Morningside's little brothers. Man, Morningside, man. Sheesh, that's like an Iowa school, isn't it, man? No, I don't mess with any Iowa school unless it's like unless it's Iowa Western. Unless it's Iowa Western. Nah, I'll rep I'll rep all of the Nebraska colleges. I like all the Nebraska colleges. He wasn't wearing Nebraska gear. He was just at the softball game because of his girlfriend, I guess. Why are people going at Conor Season? I don't know. People don't like Conor Season because, well, two things. One, this is not my belief, by the way. I'm just telling you why people don't like him, I guess. Because he's like there was a post I saw that had like 10,000 likes of like hating on him. Number one, people don't like him because he's like apparently like clout chasing the team or something. Like he has like his glasses on. He has like recording glasses, and he was in like the locker room after we lost. And he was recording all the guys crying, and people are like, "Why are you recording your teammates crying when you didn't even play?" And then I don't know. People are mad at him for him being a Christian because apparently when he was at Wisconsin, he was like not that way. Like when he was at Wisconsin, he was kind of like I can't speak for it. I don't know, but apparently he was like a weird guy, and I don't know. He changed. I don't know. Now he's a born again Christian, which I don't know why people are mad at him for that. Like if you change your ways, why are people? I think some people are so judgmental. People can change, especially when you're young. So I don't know. People and the Nebraska fans are like hating on him too. I think it's disgraceful, to be honest with you. I think it's disgraceful. The people. I mean, Conor. I think Conor's a fine guy. Everything I've heard about Conor is he's a Conor Season. That he's a good guy. So a lot of people are hating on him for no reason. But it's weird. It's something that's kind of gone viral for no reason. Did Willis McGahee play? He did. He did not play well, but he played. Come over to B-Town. Nice place to be. Yeah, man. I like Bellevue. I like Bellevue. It's a little far away. I'm in Papillion right now, but I like Bellevue. It's nice. I just don't like I don't like Gretna. It's too west. What I can't go out there. I can't go to Gretna. I can't go to Elkhorn. Elkhorn's too rich. I couldn't afford that probably for my first ever house. Nah, couldn't do that. I got a room for rent. Maybe sell me the house. Maybe I can't rent. Renting's how you lose money, man. I ain't that stupid, man. I know. I'm not. I will never be a renter. I'll tell you that. I'll never be a renter in my life. I'll never rent. I think we expect a lot because of our basketball program has never been good, and the football program has always been better. Well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't even know what you're talking about when it comes to basketball. Or maybe Connor Season. I don't know. I just think people were mad at Connor Season because he was recording in the locker room. I thought that was the only thing where I'm like, I don't know. Dylan Riles of the spring game. I have a source. Picture didn't happen. Picture didn't happen, my guy. Picture didn't happen. Papillion, that's where it's at, Dub. I don't know, man. I don't know. It might be. I shouldn't even say I live in Papillion. I think I do live in Omaha. I'm literally on like the border between Omaha, Ralston, and Papillion, to be honest with you. So I actually don't even live in Papillion. I technically live in Omaha, but it's all Omaha. It's all the burbs. The burbs. McCook's where it's at. Might be, man. So true, Declan. So true. Would you ever live in North O? Maybe. I mean, it depends on where in North. Probably not. Let's be real. I mean, probably not. I mean, I live out where like Bud Crawford lives. I know what neighborhood Bud lives in. I live in Bud's neighborhood, but not where I'm thinking. I'm very familiar with North O. I mean, I go to college right by there. I drive through North O a lot. Probably not not in the middle of it, but I live in Bud's neighborhood. I'll be Bud's neighbor, but nah. North O's getting better though. It's getting better from what it used to be. It used to be real bad. Now they're cleaning it up a little bit. So 24th and Lake. No, I would not. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me, man. You couldn't pay me. I'm sorry. Couldn't pay me. Couldn't pay me. The low snaps from Sledge. Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Again, if Sledge is in the game, bro, we're in trouble, man. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Do you think AC could pull off Black 41 flash reverse? Yeah, he could. I think he got Crouch's speed. He got Crouch's speed. He probably maybe not as fast as Crouch, but he's up there. I think he could. Should we bring that back? Bring the play back? Maybe. Rule would never do something that cool. He would never bring that play back. He would never. I honestly, well, it would be so embarrassing if we did it and it failed. That play might just gotta be one and done. You know what I mean? Gotta be one and done. Elkhorn's Peak. I don't got money like that living in Elkhorn, man. Those Elkhorn people got money, man. They got money, man. That's awesome if you live in Elkhorn. Maybe someday, but not my first home, man. Not my first home. I can't be dishing out like $800K for a house. I got like half of that, if that. I'll be fine. I can own my own home, but not in North though. Not in North though. Yeah, Danny's gonna be good. He's gonna be good. He struggled today, but he'll be fine. When we talk about the basketball transfer portal, I will. That's on the schedule. That's on the schedule. I will talk about basketball portal this week at some point. It probably will be probably be Friday. I think I'm planning on Friday for that. Be Friday. Was the D-line even trying? I think the D-line was trying. I literally don't think they're any good, to be completely honest with you. I do not think they're good. I don't think there's a single defensive lineman who really scares you outside of maybe Jasir Whittington and a couple others. So. Yeah. Crouch is your cousin? That's cool. That's really, really cool. It's a fun fact. I knew somebody who was the cousin of Scott Frost once. Can't remember who it was. Someone I knew in high school, I bet. Who was Scott Frost's cousin? I don't know. There's a lot of people who are related, man. It's crazy. 100%. My offensive line was phenomenal. I thought the tackle play was really good today too. I was impressed with the tackle play. Maybe you're right, Ken. I don't know. I don't agree with you, Nolan. I think it was fine. I mean, certainly the defensive line was not great. Corporate play was not great, but I think there were more pros and cons. So true, Bowstring. That's where I do want to live. I love northern Minnesota, man. You know, I'm sure you're familiar with the Bemidji Walker area. That's my stopping grounds in the summer, man. That's where I go up a week every summer, man. I love northern Minnesota, bro. That's probably my favorite place in the summertime to be. Even though the bugs are crazy, man. Bugs are crazy, but now I go up to Cass Lake. You know Cass Lake? That's where I'm at. Last week of July. That's where I'm at. So I don't know if you guys have seen my videos before. I do like a couple videos, but like lakeside in July or like in the wilderness. That's where I'm at. I post up outside. I do my rare outside videos. But yeah, no, I do want to live in northern Minnesota at some point. Probably like when I retire, when I get old, and buy like a lake house there because I love to fish. I love the outdoors. So yeah, northern Minnesota is beautiful. Southern Minnesota is lame. Minneapolis, I don't like Minneapolis, but northern Minnesota is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Lakes everywhere, man. Beautiful weather in the summer, not in winter. What's your favorite class to watch? Nebraska high school football. A. I mean, I think B is more competitive, but the top end talent's A. Is just different. It's just different. But I do like B. I'm partial to Millard South but I'm also partial to Ralston. 'Cause I live right by Ralston. Nick Hammers is cool. He was cool. He was fine. Forgot the scrimmage was today. The program release irrelevant anymore. I mean, to each their own, man. To each their own. Teach their own. What isn't relevant? I don't know. Thoughts on Quinn Clark? He looked pretty good recently. I mean, yeah, he had one catch today, but he was getting separation. I thought Quinn Clark was fine. I was impressed with him. You see, Winery and Mapuma kept fighting. I didn't see that specifically, but I saw Winery was wrong with the twos, which was disappointing. But yeah, Claude Mapuma, when I rewatched the game tonight, I gotta watch Claude specifically. I'm impressed to see how Claude held up. Because I mean, if he's holding up against Winery consistently as a true freshman, that's a really, really good sign. Really good sign. True. True. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, M. Grotle. There's not many times in a spring game where you're super impressed with the D line for that exact reason. So that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. That is a really, really good point. All right, y'all. We've been going for about an hour and a half. Put in your final stuff. We'll go for about maybe 10 more minutes as long as you guys have stuff to talk about. So you can put in your thoughts if we haven't got to it yet. Again, I'll read all the comments you got. You can hit the like button. We'll go for a couple more minutes or 10 minutes. As you guys put in your comments, I'll talk to you guys real quick about the schedule, what you can expect. Because spring ball is over, man. It's over. We had so much fun talking about it. So now we're getting into like full off-season content, man. It's gonna be full off-season content. So okay, next week I'm just gonna roll over the schedule. I gotta work on like my May schedule. My April schedule is pretty much done. I gotta work on what I'm doing for May. So tomorrow we'll put a bow on spring ball tomorrow. We'll talk recruiting next week. We'll have a lot of recruiting. Like recruiting will really ramp up here as we get to peak season recruiting. We'll talk a little about spring ball. The next week will be kind of wrapping up spring ball. We'll talk football transfer portal. We'll have one portal video seeing who we can get in the portal. We'll have some basketball portal updates. Those will be really, really good. Those get a lot of views, I'm sure. I'll have a D-line update. We'll definitely have a D-line update now. Oh yeah, definitely we'll talk about the D-line with how they performed today. We'll have my second depth chart prediction will come out next Saturday or next Sunday, I believe. So I did my first depth chart prediction in January. Second one's post spring ball will come out. And then April is a lot of recruiting and a lot of off-season content. And then May will be really tough this year, I think. But once we get into June, we'll be chilling because I'll do my in June. We'll have all first off, June's peak recruiting season they'll have like a million recruits in June, and also June we'll have a bunch of series. So we'll have the positional series come back on my deep dive, of course, that comes out late in July. So I'm excited for the summer, but I think these next 2 months will be weird. They'll be weird because spring ball is usually later, so it'll be different. But we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. Sheesh. Jamal Roll has a really good chance. I agree with you. Yeah, I was surprised by that too. I was like, "Who's 21?" And it was Quinn Ives. I'm like, "I don't know, man. Like, if we're gonna give up that 21 this early, like we might as well give it to like our starting running back." I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Eric Crouch or Tommy? Tommy, come on. Not even close. Not even close. Tommy was robbed of Heisman. I totally agree with you, Dave. We need Broderick Scholl. Broderick Scholl's not committed, right? And again, I'll mention him in my portal updates. I'm assuming, but Broderick Scholl is getting interest from Ole Miss, is what I heard. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna see if Broderick Scholl's still available. Yeah, he's still available. a good pull, man. It's a good take. Very, very well could see that. When do recruits commit today? I don't think so. Maybe I think once we get into April, we'll see a lot. I think so. How many commits do we have now? 7. We have 7 commits now. We'll probably end June with like 20 commits. So I can see like 3 commits in April. No, we honestly we might only have like 1 commit in April, but then we'll have like we'll have like 10 from May to June. It'll be crazy. We'll have like a commit every other day. And we'll have some in July too. I hope this is a bigger class. Man is humble and very inspiring. I don't know, man, Doc. I like Tommy, but I don't know. Humble. I don't know if that was the word I'd use to describe. I think he's humble probably now. When he was the quarterback in Nebraska, I've heard some stories. I don't think he was super humble then. And it's to his defense, it's kind of hard to be humble when you're the starting quarterback of a national championship worthy team at Nebraska. But no, Tommy right now, I'm sure is really humble. Yeah, I think Tommy's a good guy now. I've heard good things. I will say this about Tommy. There was a game I saw him at this past fall. I can't remember which game it was. It was whatever game we were honoring a past team. So I think it was Michigan maybe. And Tommy Frazier's daughter's a cheerleader, and he comes rolling out with the legends, right? And my gosh, Tommy's put on weight. And he goes and he sees his daughter, and he starts running over to his daughter. The earth was shaking. I'm just kidding. But Tom, he's put on some weight, man. He's put on even more weight. He was always kind of bigger, but he needs to maybe lose some weight because I want Tommy to live a long and prosperous life. Easily Culver's, man. Not even close. I haven't had runs in a minute. I haven't had Culver's in a minute either, but Culver's is better for sure. Culver's like if I'm coming home from a Nebraska game, and usually I'm on live stream, but after my live stream ends and I'm coming home from a Nebraska game, we'll pull up to Culver's. Me and my dad. Culver's is good. I don't like that's the only fast food I really like, to be honest with you. Besides like maybe McDonald's. But I just go to McDonald's because it's cheap. But I don't even eat. Again, I told you I don't eat fast food like that. I know my fast food, but I don't eat it like that. I try not to. I try not to. I think Amir staying from what I've heard just recently. Honestly, it's okay. It's okay. We have more commits than most teams, so we're okay. We're okay. Yeah, yes. The answer is yes, Huskers. The answer is yes. Um, yeah. The answer is definitely yes. You will hear some crazy Jamal roll hype over the next 4 months. Take it with a grain of salt. Understand he has great upside, but also don't go and cry, running back one just because we saw one good run, right? We don't want to do that. Do you like Mexican food? Love Mexican food, man. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Quinn Clark, yeah, Quinn Clark, man. He was running with the ones today too, man. Because Nyziah was out. He was running with the ones. He was running with the ones. All right, y'all. That'll do it for me. Your man Wilson D here on WilsonDittman Sports. It was fun, man. It's fun to do a post game live because these are some of the funnest live streams we do, and we won't have another post game live to Ohio. So yeah, different, not a real game, but a game nonetheless. A lot of takeaways. It kind of sucks spring ball's over, but now we're entering real offseason. We've been lucky these past couple of weeks. We've had basketball, we've had football. Now it's like, oh, we got none. We got none. So we still got a lot to talk about though. You know how it is with Nebraska football, man. There's always Nebraska football news. Like I'm so blessed to cover this program and not be like an Iowa fan. Because with Nebraska football, there's so much drama. There's so many storylines always that you could easily make content about this team every day. I can't say the same if I were to be a fan of like Iowa or like Minnesota. But with Nebraska, there's always something going on. So we gonna have a lot of stuff talking about this offseason. And honestly, I honestly love July and June. I think some of my best content comes out then just because people start to get really excited about the season. And I get to be a little more creative and come up with some cool ideas. You ever watched films of the 70s, 80s? Yeah, absolutely. I'll watch a lot of reruns. That's honestly my favorite to watch. I don't really rewatch the 90s. I'll rewatch, the 70s, Devaney, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll rewatch a lot of that. Game of the century, stuff along those lines. Absolutely, I do. W Stream, absolutely. Absolutely appreciate you, Nolan. Go Regret, absolutely. David, good to hear from you, my guy. Keep putting out great content, David. David, man, you're getting big, dude. I saw a meme of you the other day on Instagram. It was so funny. I gotta send it to you. You gotta like email me, and I want to send you this meme that I saw of you. It was so good, man. It was so funny. It was so fun. I don't know if you even saw it. It was on Instagram. It had like 10,000 likes. How did Mekhi do? Not great. Or not great. I'd say he was probably the worst running back today, to be completely honest with you, which is not awesome. Ever watch CFL? I do watch CFL. I do. I'm a big CFL guy. At least I'm a big CFL guy in June and July. I stop watching when we get to real football. But I like the UFL search. I can't get into UFL. I'm a big but CFL's fun. Like 3 downs. There's 12 people on the field. They run before the snap. It's fun. Yeah, Dedrick Mills is killing it. We got that the tackle too in the league too. We got a couple guys killing it right now in the CFL. CFL's fun. I like the CFL. True. Yeah, man. Jamie, he was I don't want to say, Mekhi will be fine. Mekhi will be fine. But it was a little disappointing. Well, because Mekhi with his talent, he should be running back one. And honestly, a true freshman outplayed him, and Jamal Conor outplayed him, Isaiah, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay. A lot of people will overreact about it. It's just a spring game. Mekhi could very well start for us this year. He could still be the starter right now. Go Big Red's his win. Go Big Red, my guy. All right, y'all. That'll do it for me here, WilsonDittman Sports. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Everybody have a great afternoon. We still got the whole day in front of us too, man. Whole day in front of us. That was a fun way. Oh, fun way to get in front. A good way to start off today. So true. Husker baseball. Also, hey, when does Husker baseball play today? Oh, they're playing right now, aren't they? Husker baseball score. Let's check real quick. Hold on. Husker baseball. They're playing Indiana. Let's get a sweep going. Let's check the score. Husker baseball score against Indiana. Please tell me we're up. We are up 3-0. Yeah, we might do Husker baseball if they can make regionals. I'll cover them in the Big Ten tourney, but if they can make regionals, we'll definitely cover Nebraska baseball for sure. And I'll mention Nebraska baseball on my news shows. It just won't be like dedicated Nebraska baseball videos, just because I do what gets views. I do what people want to do, and I just don't know if baseball gets like a whole bunch of views right now, to be honest with you. Man, y'all keep putting in comments. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, dude. If I need Iowa to lose today, I cannot have Iowa in the Final Four. I cannot have it. 7 wins. 7 wins, Thomas. 7 wins. All right, guys. Go Big Red. Go back through. I'll see you in the next one. Everybody enjoy your afternoon and your night. Watch some basketball, watch some football, and I will see you in the next one. Ooh, I don't love that.